We left Bilbao in the morning and in 3 hours arrived to Zaragoza. With more than 2,000 years of history, Zaragoza is known as the city of 5 cultures: Iberian, Roman, Muslim, Jewish, and Christian. Most people here speak Spanish and Catalan. English is not widely spoken in this area and in Spain in general. Zaragoza is not very big, the 5th largest in Spain, providing lots of opportunities without the stress of a big city. The name Zaragoza comes from the first Roman ruling emperor, Caesar Augustus. Our acquaintance with Zaragoza started from the square with the remnants of the old Roman wall, which once encircled the city. In front of these walls stands a bronze statue of Caesar Augustus. This statue was given to Zaragoza in 1940 by Mussolini's Italian government. Emperor Augustus is addressing his troops barefoot, wearing military attire. From a distance, it looked like Caesar Augustus was pointing to a leaning tower. The central market, the Mercado Central, opened its doors in 1903 to replace the original 13th century open-air market. Designed by Felix Navarra, born in Zaragoza, the market got inspiration from Parisian markets. This market was restored several times, always respecting the exterior appearance. The area in front of the market was set up centuries ago as a meeting and socializing place. Next to the Roman walls is an old Romanesque church. The interesting thing about this church that it has a leaning tower. It was almost demolished in early 20th century, but people in Zaragoza succeeded to keep it. But actually, there was another real leaning tower in the city, which was located in the current Plaza de San Felipe. It was once the tallest building in the city. The tower was built in brick in 1504 as a clock tower. It was eventually demolished in 1892 due to severity of the lien, despite of the widespread protest. The only reminder of the leaning tower is the mural on the house of San Felipe Plaza. Here, on this plaza, we saw a sculpture of a boy sitting and looking towards once famous leaning tower that has been missing from Zaragoza's skyline for more than a century. The Roman Theatre of Zaragoza is the largest in Spain. Built in the 1st century, the theatre had a capacity of 6,000 spectators in a city of about 18,000 people. In 714, the city was conquered by Muslim army. For more than 400 years, most of Spain was under Muslim occupation, and Zaragoza was its most important city. There are still lots of buildings built by Muslim architects who used mostly bricks and colored tiles. In 1118, Christian troops led by Alfonso I conquered the city, ending the Muslim rule. In 1492, after the fall of Granada, the last Muslim kingdom in Spain, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella decided to unify the country under the Christian faith and get rid of the other religions, including Judaism. They were feared of economic influence of the Jewish people, especially in trade and finances, and signed the Alhambra Decree. Although there is no exact number of Jews expelled from Zaragoza, it is estimated that around 100,000 to 200,000 were expelled from Castile and Aragon kingdoms as a result of Alhambra Decree. We walked the streets of Zaragoza and soon came to Santa Marta Square. We saw a bronze sculpture, Three Men, created by New York artist Lenny Bell. Lenny Bell already had an artistic relationship with Zaragoza, as 2 years earlier he had his exhibition here. In 1991, he was commissioned to build a sculpture in the unusual configuration Santa Marta Square, but was given only 3 months. The peculiarity of Lenny Bell's sculpture is that the 3 bronze busts are looking towards the only 3 streets connecting with the square. The Three Men sculpture is the suggestion that there are at least 3 ways out of the situation. We also noticed that Zaragoza has perfectly framed streets with historical, well-kept, light-color buildings. The main street, Calle Alfonso, is the ideal access route to Plaza del Pilar. Plaza del Pilar is the largest pedestrian plaza in Europe and the second largest on the continent after Red Square in Moscow. At one end of the square, there is a large water fountain dedicated to all Latin American countries. In front of the fountain is a huge walled wall with simple cuts and depths of the continents. At another end of the square is La Seu Cathedral. Plaza del Pilar is the only one in Spain with 2 cathedrals on the same square, El Pilar and La Seu. La Seu, or Cathedral of the Savior, is older than El Pilar. It is known for its distinctive tower and the presence of minaret of a former mosque. Peculiar thing about La Seu is that its Romanesque ground floor was gloriously topped with mudéjar decoration. Mudéjar architecture is a blend of Islamic, Christian, Jewish architectural elements. Now we came up to El Pilar Cathedral, the largest Baroque temple in Spain. According to the history, the cathedral is the exact place where Mary, mother of Jesus, would have appeared to the Apostle Santiago on top of the column, pillar, in Spanish pilar, when he was preaching to the people. This event inspired him to build a chapel at that very spot, which later underwent expansions leading to its present appearance. Built predominantly in Baroque style, Cathedral El Pilar is a fusion of different architectural styles. The impressive top part has 11 domes, including the largest in the center. The roof is covered with colored tiles representing a blend of Islamic geometrical patterns. Inside, there are numerous chapels and walkways, elaborately decorated with marble, bronze, silver, and gold. But what draws the most pilgrims here is El Pilar, a tiny 38-centimeter dark statue of the Virgin Mary and the Child, which almost disappears behind the fancy halo made out of precious stones and gold. At the altar, the centerpiece is Virgin Mary looking down on Santiago on the left and pointing to the pillar on the right. This is the first church dedicated to Virgin Mary in history. During the Spanish Civil War between Republicans and Nationalists, the cathedral was targeted with bombs. On August 3, 1936, a Republican plane dropped 4 bombs on the cathedral, but miraculously, none of the bombs detonated. Another important thing about this cathedral that it has a few original ceiling paintings by Goya, who was born in a small village in the province of Zaragoza. In this, considered his best ceiling paintings, Goya showed Holy Mary among clouds surrounded by angels. He created the sensation of depth by drawing the viewer's attention towards the symbolic triangle. El Pilar Goya's ceiling paintings were his first commissions before he gained fame as the court painter. His most famous painting is the family of Charles IV. Next to La Seu Cathedral, there is Goya's monument and museum. The paintings and engravings in this museum come from a private local collector. Although the number of the exhibits in this museum is smaller than in other museums, it offers a unique look at Goya's early works. His portraits of religious leaders or important local figures reveal Goya's incredible painting techniques. This is the first self-portrait that is known of the artist, who was 21 years old at that time. He portrays himself with total realism in self-confident pose. He has long black hair and his facial features are masterfully enhanced by the light. Goya's early series of drawings and sketches offer a rare look into the mind of a young genius. We continued exploring Zaragoza and soon came across our favorite American fast food place, Carl's Jr. We couldn't resist trying their signature burger, the famous Star, and that wasn't disappointing. We also tried empanadas, common in Spain. These are baked or fried turnovers with different fillings. They were delicious. There were also lots of other cafes and shops with tasty desserts. Our stay in Zaragoza was coming to an end, and we enjoyed walking at night, saying goodbye to the beautiful city.